Introduction to Disadvantages. Let's start with what is a disadvantage. In a debate round, the affirmative side will get up and present their case. Each case has a plan, and it usually goes something like this. Thus, my partner and I propose the following plan. The United States federal government should do something to change the status quo. Usually, the negative team will get up and tell the judge why the plan may not work. A disadvantage allows you to do more than just question whether the plan will work. It allows you to show the judge that there are bad consequences that will happen if we do their plan. So, disadvantages are negative arguments, which means you will not run a disadvantage if you're the affirmative team. Let's look at how to run a disadvantage in a round. First, the disadvantage should be read in the first negative constructive speech. The debater can get up and say something like, "Judge, first I will read the disadvantage showing you why their plan is a bad idea." Let's look at the structure of a disadvantage. A disadvantage has three parts. First is uniqueness. Uniqueness shows that the problem the plan will cause is not happening now. Second is the link. The link shows why the affirmative plan will cause the bad thing, also known as the impact, to happen. Third is the impact. The impact shows the bad thing that will result if the judge votes for the plan. Another way to think of this is to think of someone standing on a cliff. For uniqueness, the negative team is saying, right now, the way things are, the person will stay on the cliff. For the link, the negative team explains how the plan will push the person off the cliff. We don't want that. As for the impact, the negative team explains what will happen once the person falls off the cliff. Ouch. In the round, you have to make it clear to the judge how they have to evaluate the disadvantage as a voting issue. We do that by doing an impact calculus. An impact calculus compares the harms of not doing the plan and the disadvantage. We do that by using three different metrics. First is magnitude. Magnitude explains how big the impact is and how many people it will affect. If you can show that your impact affects more people than their harms, you will win the magnitude argument. Second is probability. Probability explains how likely it is for the impact to happen. If you can show that your impact is more likely to happen, you will win the probability debate. And the final metric is time frame. Time frame explains how long it will take for the impact of the disadvantage to take place. If your impact will happen sooner, you will win the time frame debate. You should try to address all of these points when comparing the disadvantage to the harms of their plan. Check out the Answering the Disadvantage video to see how to answer the disadvantage when you're the affirmative team.